Hello my friends, I'm Duchess and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be working on episode 13 of my webtoon. Let's get started. Yesterday I was at my family's store and I had time to work on a commission, so I was working on it, but then I accidentally dropped my pencil on the floor. This happens all the time. I don't know why, but sometimes my hands forget to keep holding onto the things I'm holding onto and it just falls. So anyways, usually it's fine, but this time the nib was totally flattened. Like, I've never seen this happen before. And I had no way to go home and get my spare nibs, so I wasn't able to work on my commission. So the first thing I did today was, well, before I started working on anything, I had to change the nib, of course. I put my pencil down for a minute after I changed it, and then when I got back and picked it up, for some reason, the top part of the nib was missing, which is literally so weird. I looked all over for it, but I couldn't find it, so I had to replace it again, which is terrible, but it is what it is. So today is Friday. Well, the day I filmed this was Friday. That's my day off to work on my webtoon and my YouTube, so yeah. I had originally planned to film my day and just kind of show you guys how I spend it, but after I had gotten ready to work, woke up, washed up, get ready, eat breakfast, I realized that I didn't have a phone to record myself working or drawing for my webtoon, so yeah, that kind of ruined the idea, but it's okay. I still plan to do a little vlogging for my webtoon and lifestyle, but maybe just not yet. Last week, I talked about how I was finally done with episode 12. I am moving on to episode 13, which is so exciting. I keep saying this, but it's really so true. I'm working on part 1 of this episode, and it won't be uploaded onto my webtoon until next week, so I'm only working on the specific panel of my OC and main character, Hayden. You might have noticed that the line art looks different, and that's because it is. I did some tweaking and changed an old brush of mine. I've been really obsessed with line art lately because of mangas. I haven't been reading any, but I keep seeing manga styles on my feeds, and I'm just super obsessed with the way the line art is. Some of them are really thin and smooth, and some of them are a little bit more textured, which is why this line art here is textured. It might be a little too textured, so I'll work on that and just keep adjusting the settings until I get it the way that I want. I did mention before that I don't really know how to make brushes that well because I'm not all that familiar with the settings of a brush, but I'm always experimenting and just adjusting all the settings and trying to figure out how I can get the brush that I want. So yeah, it may be a little while before I figure that out, but it's okay. What do you guys think about the new line art? I've always known that my art style was very versatile and it changes all the time. I literally have like 10 different art styles that I use, and it's so inconsistent to the point that I don't even know what my own art style is like. Artists usually have certain features or qualities about their art that make it obvious that they drew it. It's like their art trademark. But I don't know what mine is. Like, for example, Sam does art. If you see one of his drawings, it's so obvious that Sam does arts. Or Lotus Bubble, if you see her work, you know that's hers. Just like things like that. But I can't really tell for mine, maybe just because it's my own art. But yeah, I'll figure it out someday, but I guess I should just try to create one art style instead of worrying about what my art style is. I should just like make one and focus on that and just keep on creating that specific style. Do you guys have any problem with your art style? One thing I really liked about this line art compared to the previous textured line art I used to use for my webtoon is that the coloring is much nicer. It doesn't go outside the lines. Not because I'm coloring more neatly, but because it's dark enough to hide the colors underneath. My previous textured brush had a natural lower opacity, which I didn't really notice or think about too much, and I'm not sure how it turned out that way, but I like that my new brush is more defined and is darker. Coloring was super fun, and rendering was also really enjoyable. This took me no time at all, and I was shocked that it only took me 20 minutes to do. Before we end this video, I just wanted to say that I hope you guys are having a lovely week and have a wonderful weekend. That is all I have for you guys this week. If you guys enjoyed this week's video or learned something new, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get notified. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next week.